From Fox 55 Sports, this is The Locker Room.
Welcome back inside the locker room, boys and girls. Well, Pete, sure doesn't feel like spring just yet, but we'll go ahead and call this lovely weather outside football weather.
Football weather, absolutely. I'd like it to be a little warmer, but we'll look at it optimistically. Football weather. Hard to believe. Football season wrapped up almost 4 months ago for St. Francis. Cougars, of course, made their 4th straight NAIA semifinal game a season ago, but fell just short of their 3rd straight championship game appearance, falling to eventual champ Morningside.
Ending seasons before you're ready is never fun.
No.
It was never fun for me as a player, and you can ask any coach as well. So you know it has made for a long 4 months for the Cougs. But today, the team could put 2018 behind them. 2019, a season officially opening with the start of spring practices at Bishop Darcy Stadium. USF has plenty of holes to fill, losing Eric Dunton, Pearson Harnish, Wilmer Cole, and Justin Green to graduation, just to name a few dudes. Definitely no easy task for the Cougs, but hey, that's what spring ball's about. We caught up with head coach Kevin Donnelly ahead of the team's first spring practice earlier today.
It's just finally the start of spring ball for you. The last few months have kind of been long, I'm sure. What's the excitement level heading in?
Long and cold. It's going to be warmer, I know. Okay, may not be dry, but it'll be warmer. But we're excited to put helmets and pads on and get out here and start playing some football. It's that first phase of going into the next season. It's tough, man. I mean, you're 5 o'clock in the morning, 3 days a week. It's bitter cold. You're inside pumping iron, you're outside running. You're getting stronger, faster. It's part of the process. It's also part of the process to get mentally tougher. So everybody's excited about going on to the next thing. We've got a lot to find out this spring. We've got a lot of guys returning on the offensive side. We lost 3 outstanding linebackers in the second level. We've got a great first level, I think, returning, and the same at the third level. But right now, the questions that we've got to get answered is who's going to be our inside backers and our backer to the wide side of the field. So we're excited about it, ready to go.
Obviously, it's only day one, but what do you feel like some of the focuses have to be, here early on in this phase?
You're doing what you're supposed to do, playing hard, doing what your coach do, still got a lot to learn. Every year you tweak your system a little bit to go with what you got instead of what you had. Taking advantage, knowing our guys a little bit better that are returning, making sure you're putting them in the best situation for success.
How important is this, this spring period for you guys, especially, here as you guys get ready for the summer?
Well, it's obviously important. Everybody in the country is doing it, so it is important. You want to get out of it without any major injuries, and you want to learn, get a good feel for who's in position to make a run at a starting job. Like to have an early idea coming out of this, just where we're going to be going into August camp.
Offensive line obviously was a big spot for you guys last year. At times it seemed like you struggled to run the ball. Is that going to be a focus for you guys here this spring?
Well, there is more to it than the offensive line. We got 4 out of 5 in the offensive line back. We're very talented up there. We had running back injuries last year. I think we've got to stay healthy again. I think we've got a couple good ones coming in. I think we've got some guys back that should be more at full speed now. Wallace returning after ACL surgery, and Dean should be back in full swing. So I expect that to be better. I think our offensive line's probably as talented as we've had.
How excited were you to add Zenden Dellinger into this group?
Well, he certainly has a big bucket. He's got a lot of upside. He's got to make the transition, learn what we're doing, and buy into it. I mean, it's a culture here that you've got to understand that you've got to buy into it all the way. And he can be a big factor, no question about it. He's a talented young man.
What kind of roles do you see P.J. Dean and Wallace taking here during this spring camp?
Well, Wallace is not going to be in full pads again. He's still finishing up the recovery process. Dean's got to crank it up, and I'm sure he will. He's worked hard all winter long. He's had a good offseason.
What about that linebacking core? Who do you see kind of hoping to take the reins there? And I guess what are you hoping to see from that linebacking core in the spring ball?
Well, I'm not going to mention any names because it's open territory right now. We've got some talented kids. They're young. They're inexperienced. We've got some tough kids. We've got some guys that can run. So we're excited to see how that develops.
And then what kind of growth are you hoping to see from Crable here from year one as a starter to year two now, and especially, you know, with the second spring?
Oh, we just talked before we came out here today. This is a game. I don't care if you play it on Sunday in the NFL, college, high school. It is a game. It is to be played and to have fun. I think the pressure's off of, you know, I'm the new kid on the block. You've been around. You know what you're doing. Relax, enjoy it, get better.
Definitely excited to see some footballs back. Excited to see where the Cougs take it from last year, and you know, interested to see how they fill some of those spots that, you know, they definitely lost some big guys from.
Yeah, chip back on the shoulder. You go to 2 in a row, you fall short, put that chip right back there.
Indeed.